All right, welcome to another edition of Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. My name is Mike Dragonetti from Dragon Rescue Management, and in this segment, we're going to cover how the firefighter should identify, or how to identify, what floor the elevator is actually stalled at. Now, there are many ways that we can do that. One of the first things that the firefighter should do when they walk into the lobby is walk over to the push button and simply put a call in. Once the button lights up and the call goes in, your next focus is going to be to look at the position indicators. And what you want to do is you want to look at the position indicator and see which elevator's been moving and which one's been sitting on that floor that it's stalled at. So right now we're going to have our firefighters walk into the lobby, and as they enter, the first firefighter is going to go right over to the push button and do exactly as I described. He's going to put the call in, and their eyes are going to go to the position indicator and determine what's going on.
This one's working over here. This elevator stalled.
All right, so at this point, there may be a possibility where the position indicator is not going to help us. There may not be an accurate reading in that position indicator. It could be just showing two lines that the car is in between floors. We could be in a blackout condition where there's no access to that position indicator at all. So what our firefighter is going to do right now is, once the motorroom team is confirmed that the power is off and locked and tagged out, he's going to insert his key in the door and manually open it up so that he can take a quick peekaboo of the elevator shaft and kind of take a look and see where that elevator is located. He's going to drop down to a knee. He's going to put his wedge in the door so that if he struggled a little bit with the key to get the door open, that we don't lock the door again and have to do the process over. And now he could take his hand light, and from one knee, right, he could take a look up the elevator shaft and look for the car. If it was down in the basement, he can just look down and he can be able to see that the car is down in the basement where it was originally stalled. Just keep in mind that sometimes we may run into a stumbling block with visually trying to find the car in the elevator shaft, especially if it's on an upper floor. We're in a high-rise building, and let's say this building was 28 floors. We're in the main lobby. It's going to be almost visually impossible for him to spot the car. Let's say it's on the 16th floor. It's just too far away for him to visually see that. So in a low-rise building setting, looking up in this fashion, you'll be able to spot the car. In a high-rise setting, we're going to have to go to another plan. Okay, so as I stated, sometimes visually looking for the car down on a lower floor and the car is way up in the building, trying to spot it visually is going to be next to impossible. So another thing that we can use as an indication of where that elevator is the counterweight. As we know, the car travels in the up direction, the counterweight's traveling down. So if I pop this door open on the main lobby and I look in and I see the counterweight's right in front of me, or possibly a floor below, or even if it's one floor above me, that's telling me that that elevator is close to the top of the building. So that'll expedite things for me. So another thing that we can do to spot the elevator, is probably the final thing that we can do from the lobby landing, is utilizing the adjoining elevator as our base of operation. But we need control of the elevator. So we got to make sure that we put it in firefighter service so we have full control of the elevator. Now once the elevator comes down on firefighter service and the doors open up and we put it in phase 2, the doors are going to open, just as you see they're open here. And now we're going to look into the elevator shaft and we're going to spot the elevator and figure out where it is in the elevator shaft. So we'll have our firefighter come in and he's going to demonstrate that for us. All right, so at this point, firefighter Titus is going to come in with his flashlight. He's going to pan into the elevator shaft with the doors open. He's going to look across, he's going to look up, and he's going to try to identify the elevator's location. Just keep in mind that if the elevator is on an upper floor, we may have to repeat this process by moving the car to another landing to get a better visual on that elevator, especially if it's towards the top of the building. All right, so just to wrap things up, we covered 4 different ways that we can spot the elevator from the elevator lobby. One was using the position indicator. Another one was opening up the elevator door once the power is locked out and tagged out and secured and confirmed by the elevator machine room by taking a visual into the elevator shaft. If the elevator is on an upper floor, the other option is we can use the counterweight's position. We showed that as well. And the last option is utilizing the elevator next to it by putting in fire recall and having it in total control, and we can use that to spot the elevator from the adjacent car. I'm Mike Dragonetti. Thank you for watching Fire Engineering's Training Minutes.